Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up by taking 9x the prescribed dose of laxative. On the weekend I was in a skateboarding accident and I broke my collarbone. I was prescribed painkillers with codeine for the pain. Anyone who has ever taken opiate painkillers can tell you that the ensuing constipation is very real, and that's exactly what happened to me. I realized yesterday morning that I hadn't shat since before the accident, about 5 days, and although I felt okay, I was pretty concerned. I tried some home remedies first like coffee, spicy food, and plums, but nothing happened. Early evening I went to the pharmacy and got some Choco-Lax. I read the box while I was walking home, not giving it my full attention, and the directions said to take 1 to 2 pieces. There were 2 small pieces wrapped in silver foil inside, so I mistakenly assumed that 1 piece was 1 dose and ate the whole thing. Nothing happened immediately and I didn't think much of it because it said it takes 6 to 12 hours. Flash forward a couple hours later and I am not feeling so good. Nauseous as hell and I'm starting to get really bad abdominal cramping. I look at the box again to check the side effects and I realize that there are 18 doses in the box, as in 1 piece in foil had 9 squares which equals 1 dose per square. Panic sets in as I realize I just ate 9 doses. At this point I'm really not okay. I'm bloated like I'm 5 months pregnant and it hurts so much I can barely move. I'm hazy and sweating like crazy, but there's nothing to do but wait it out. After about an hour of feeling like I'm going to die, the nausea gets so bad that I run to the washroom and throw up everything I ate during the day. I try to drink some water but it just comes right back up. All of the heaving is making my collarbone explode in pain. Finally, when there's nothing left to throw up, I sit down and have the most uneventful shit of my life. Then I feel fine. This is why medication shouldn't be made into candy. Too long didn't read. I misdosed Choco-Lax and took 9x the prescribed dose. Apparently all this does is cause vomiting and severe abdominal cramps, and eventually it still does its job. Sorry for your pain, but that's great to hear. Back in elementary school I tricked a bully who would steal my lunch treats by bringing in 1 bar of Choco-Lax for him to steal. He stole it, ate it, and was really pissed at me the next day. He said it barely did anything, and I always figured he was lying. That is, well, shitty. Oof, sounds like a gag from a sitcom. Hope your collarbone is better soon. Try magnesium citrate next time. Magnesium citrate. And that's why I'm not a T3 addict. Codeine shuts my intestines off. I've been prescribed T3s in the past and they do their job and even put a little happy shine on a dreary day, but my guts take a week to get back to normal. They're just not worth it. Today I fucked up by getting drunk. Fuck. This is on mobile, and it's long AF. Sorry. This happened this last Saturday night. So I'm a freshman in college. I've drank before, but never in excess. Which is fine with me, I've just never had the opportunity to get litty. I've been here 3 weeks, and up until last Saturday night I hadn't drank at all. That changed very quickly. I've got a small friend group here, and we decided to partake in my school's tradition, taking a shot of whiskey on this famous person's grave. I probably just narrowed down what school I go to, but it gaff. So myself, my best friend from HS, her boyfriend, and my romantic interest of 3 weeks went and took a shot on the grave at like 11 p.m. It was pretty great, my first shot ever, and I took it like a MF champ. On the way back to our friend's house, our friend has a house right by the cemetery, and we all agreed to stay the night since we'd been drinking. I brought my flask with me, and finished the remaining, maybe 5 or 2 shots worth, as we walked back to the house. At the house, like as soon as we arrived, I took another shot, and filled up my flask again. Everyone was following suit, and taking shots. I had another shot, 3 more flaskfuls, and everyone was taking turns sipping from my flask. Must mention, we were drinking Maker's Mark whiskey. My romantic interest is small, she didn't last too long. She was pretty far gone, and loud. Like very loud. She just kinda were dumped, talking about how I was super cute one second, and then talking about her dead dad another. I can't even judge. Apparently I spent about 15 minutes talking about China. Now I like her a lot, but even in my inebriated state I knew nothing could happen since I couldn't and she couldn't consent. So I pulled her aside, not sure why. We were both talking very loud, and told her I wasn't gonna sleep in the same bed with her, cause I didn't wanna make her uncomfortable and we hadn't talked about it before. She very loudly told me that she had thought about it before, and she was fine with it. Anyway, the night went on, and it got to the point where I couldn't see straight. I drank a disproportionate amount of alcohol compared to the rest of the group. My friend and her BF had already made their way to the bedroom. I helped my romantic interest to her room, stumbling like there was an earthquake, and made sure she was in the bed and comfy. I left to go sleep on the couch, when she asked me, very loudly, to get her phone charger. I obliged of course, and as I came back into the room with her charger in my hand, I saw it, her, in all her glory. She was but a day I fucked up. This is where things get patchy. I remember falling onto one knee and counting to 4 repeatedly. I'm a sociopath and I suffer from anxiety and depression, so this was routine for me. I looked up and she was sitting in the bed, legs open. Then I remember facing the holiest of holies, leaning and hugging her right leg. I also remember drinking from the flask and looking at myself in the mirror that was in the bedroom. Then I woke up on the couch. I made the right decision, nothing happened. Apparently I was talking so much and said repeatedly that neither of us could consent, so I stumbled out of the room and collapsed on the couch. Oh, and I spent a good 5 minutes marveling at her vagina. Don't remember that. Motherfucker. I like this girl. If she and I hadn't drank, and I'd gotten consent from her, we could have had lots of fun. COVID has made it so I couldn't bring her to my dorm and vice versa. It's not the end of the world, it's just frustrating. We're going back to the house Saturday, and I'm leaving my damn flask at home. Too long didn't read, I drank too much and couldn't hook up with this girl, but drunkenly stumbled around the bed while she was naked, complimenting her body. Update for anyone who's interested, yesterday was her birthday, snuck into a bar and narrowly avoided an MIP. Went back to the same house, had cake and got the sloppy. I ate her out too, it was nice. And I remembered every second, smiley face. You say you fucked up, but actually you done good. She also now knows she can really trust you, which is good if you'll try to make anything work out long term. Good job, sir. Even when drunk, you made the right decision. You should treat yourself to a nice dinner. This is not a fuck up on my mind, dude. It's an extremely intoxicated state. You managed to make the right decision that I'm sure will play out much better for you in the long run. You make a good point, things worked out for the best. I'm glad I made the right decision, but in my mind I fucked up, cause if she and I hadn't been drinking I could have gotten the sloppy. I, for one, commend you, my friend. Many people, I am saying people in general, not just dudes, Reddit, would not have acted as you did. I advise, next time you see her, talk about how you both got too drunk and that you would like to start fresh. Communication is key if you want this to turn into something more. She is probably just as embarrassed as you are, so you admitting a vulnerability will help her as well. After all that, I hope you guys have all the sober sex you want. Good luck, my friend. I think your biggest fuck up is using the term litty. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Fucking freshman, I swear. Today I fucked up by hiring a friend's son to be an authorized reseller for my company. A good friend's son wanted to attempt to sell some products and I thought, why not give him a chance? Well, I hired him Friday and fired him this morning. I only had a few rules. 1. Learn the product. 2. Don't make any deals on trades or discounts without talking to me. 3. Don't open anything. Keep them all closed. 4. Any technical issues or broken items, notify me and I will contact the customer. So Saturday he sold one. I called him and said it wasn't working. So instead of calling me, he took upon himself that the battery was bad. So he opened a new one and tried that battery. Same effect. Opened another one, same effect. Finally, after his 5th try, I found out about it. Seeing I'm closed, I told him and the customer to meet me. They both get there. Now my employee won't shut up. Kept repeating the drone is junk, the batteries are junk. I took the drone, turned it on, calibrated it and put it into the air. Turns out my new reseller never read the directions on the drone, knows nothing about electronics. Battery issues are easy to tell. If it turns on, it isn't the battery. And now I have to sell 5 new drones at a discount because they have been opened. He told the guy that he didn't need directions to just turn the drone on and fly it. Couldn't spend 5 minutes reading the directions. Oh, because he opened 5 new drones he didn't get his commission for that one sale. Too long, didn't read, hired a friend's son as a retailer on Friday and fired him Monday morning. You're in luck. Your friend's son probably won't even read enough of the post to recognize himself. So, about these discounted drones. Lol, I might ship depending on where. I have employees. I feel your pain, that never ends. I kept his $50 commission because he cost me $50 on each drone he opened. Totally agree with you / no user's work. This guy cost you $250 in product. The next guy will probably do the same, or worse. Your friend's son is less likely to make that same mistake again. Oh, he thinks he didn't do anything wrong and I am being unreasonable.